अगर हम इस्लाम और पाकिस्तान की बका चाहते हैं तो हमें इस्लामी असूलों पर मबनी इंसाफ की फराहमी को यकीनी बनाना होगा, क्योंकि कोई भी माशरा जुल्म और जबर के साथ तो चल सकता है लेकिन इंसाफ की फराहमी के बगैर नहीं चल सकता। इन ख्यालात का इज़हार बरतानिया के मारूफ बिजनेसमैन मोहम्मद सुफियान साहब ने रेड आई न्यूज़ चैनल के एंकर पर्सन ख्वाजा आफ्ताब से गुफ्तगू करते हुए किया। मजीद उन्होंने क्या कहा, आइए देखते हैं इस रिपोर्ट में।
जब मौजूद हैं ड्यूसबरी फिशरी पे और हमारे साथ मौजूद है सुफियान साहब। आइए इनसे बात करते हैं और इनकी करने के बारे में जानते हैं। और
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरा नाम सुफियान है। मैं यहाँ ड्यूसबरी फिशरीज का मैनेजर हूँ और ये हमारा फिश चिप्स है ड्यूसबरी कम्युनिटी में।
Okay, just tell me where from you get this idea of this business.
Well, we were doing businesses before, me and my dad, but we never really delved into the fish and chips together. My dad did it a little bit when he was younger.
Okay.
So in his younger days, he had a fish and chip shop that he ran with some friends and some partners. But we never did it sort of together. So one day, he came in for some fish and chips into this establishment, and he just got to start talking to the owner and everything. And then the more rapport he built with the owner, the more I got to know him. And then he just asked him one day if he was interested in selling the business, and he said that he was interested in selling the business. So he came home and he spoke to me about it, and I said, why not? Let's try do something together. And that's how we ended up buying this fish and chip shop, and we've been running it for almost 3 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, Sufyan, I'm surprised to see that people do not go any other fishery shop. They just try to come on this shop. So what is your attraction find towards customers?
Well, it's about hard work really. We put a lot of effort into this. We're a family-run business, so everything that we do it from our heart. It's about effort and time that we put into here. We try our best to always maintain the quality of the food and maintain the cleanliness of the place and everything. So it's just about being honest and hardworking in our work.
So what about the quality? Like you make every day fresh or like
Yeah, we make everything fresh. So we don't like to make food and leave it there. We like to make it sort of as fresh as we can. So a lot of the time we say to customers, if you have to wait sort of 15-20 minutes for your food or within a 10 and 20-minute period, we'd rather a customer waits for the food and it's of a higher quality rather than they come in and the food's already there and it's been sitting around, like in some places where it's sitting around for 20-25 minutes and the food isn't of the best quality.
That's right. Okay, Sufyan, as you know, we are Muslim. So as a Muslim, it's our responsibility to talk about Palestine. Yeah. So we see that on a world level, there is no brotherhood in our Muslim community, or you can say that there is a lack of brotherhood in our Muslim business community. Not only business, all the Muslim community. So what do you think that how can we promote brotherhood in our Muslim community around the world?
I think it's important to talk about stuff like this as much as we can. Nowadays, we get involved in talking about a lot of things. When we go out with our friends, we talk about all sorts of things. We talk about, politics in general. Like, for example, right now in Pakistan, there's, a situation with the politics going on. I won't go too much into that, but everyone knows what the situation that's going on. We like to talk about all the latest trends. We like to talk about Hollywood, about Bollywood, about sports, about all sorts of things. But I think as Muslims, it's our duty to remind our fellow brothers and sisters in Islam and also our family members and everyone about what's going on, and try and talk about it as much as we can and raise awareness as much as we can, so that people who are less fortunate than us in Palestine and in Somalia, in Kashmir, in Yemen, in Libya, in so many sort of areas around the world that are less fortunate than us and they are suffering. So I think it's a duty among us to educate each other, to promote it more, and also help as much as we can as well.
Do you think that there is any Muslim leader which you think that we will be better to talk about Palestine, and any leader who who is on a front to talk about Palestine? Do you heard about any leader, Muslim leader? Do you think that any leader is available at the moment?
I'm not heavily into politics myself, so I can't comment too much. But someone who, I don't want to cause a stir here, but someone I do take a bit of a liking to is Imran Khan. I think I know. Obviously, I understand at the moment it's a very sensitive situation in Pakistan right now. But from what I did see of Imran Khan, like I said, I'm not too much into the politics, but what I did see of Imran Khan, I did think he was a good Muslim leader, and I think if it's Allah's will, whatever happens, happens, and if it's Allah's will, then inshallah Imran Khan will regain his position in the as the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Inshallah, we also pray for him and for his success. Okay, let's move forward, and I have to ask another question. Like, you see that a lot of students from Pakistan come here for study, and when they come here, they have to face a lot of problems, and they find himself trapped into a bad situation. So, as a young businessman and as a youngster, I think maybe you have a message for them, for students who come here for study. Do you want to give them message?
I think for them, if they have opportunity to study here, it's a good opportunity for them. It's a good opportunity for them to create a better future for themselves and possibly for their families as well. I think it's important that they continue to work hard and try not to let distractions come in the way of stuff. So sometimes when you move into a country like England, it's difficult to sort of growing up in Pakistan. Things aren't as what's normal in over here is as normal in Pakistan, for example. But I think if they put the work in, if they continue to maintain hard work and effort, and inshallah they'll be able to build a good future for themselves and for their families, and hopefully a good career for themselves as well.
Okay, at the end, you know that all the Muslim business community around the world watching your interview at the moment. So, what would be your message to all the Muslim business community around the world?
Well, I would say to them, inshallah, I hope that Allah gives a lot of barakat into their businesses. And in terms of what the situation in Palestine and our Muslim brothers and sisters who are suffering, not just in Palestine but around the world, I'd say, inshallah, we can strive to do as much as we can. It's Ramadan is coming now, around the corner, alhamdulillah. So obviously Ramadan is usually a good month for everyone to reflect and to better themselves. So I think, inshallah, a small little goes a long way, as they say. So even if it's just a few pounds or pennies here and there, donate to charity, or just a bit of your time to educate people and to sit with family members and just sort of build a rapport about Palestine and stuff like that. I think that's another Muslims who are suffering around the world. I think inshallah we should all strive to do that, and through our businesses, the barakat that Allah gives us, if you can sort of strive to help and do better for the Muslims who are not as fortunate as us around the world, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Mr. Sufyan. Thank you very much for your precious time. We really appreciate. आपने देखा हमारे साथ सुफियान साहब मौजूद थे ड्यूसबरी फिशरीज, हमने इनसे बात की और इनके कामयाब बिजनेस के बारे में जाना। इसी तरह बने रहिए हमारे साथ, मिलते रहेंगे नेक्स्ट इंटरव्यू में। तब तक के लिए अपना ख्याल रखिए।